Okay, it's Friday. Just got home. You know what that means? Time to do some gaming. Or at least I would, except in a fit of guilt, I deleted all the games on my computer. I don't know why. So now I'm downloading Wukong again. It'll be done in 2.5 hours. So until then, I figured I'd look at some of the gaming news. What's happening in the news? What this GameStop, the website's kind of trash. Also, it shows you the number of comments on each one, and it's not they're all zero. Oh, here we go. 16 comments. Ooh, this must be the biggest article yet. Visions of Mana Studios shutting down just after releasing game. Chinese companies Tencent and NetEase are reportedly scaling back their investments in Japanese video game studios due to the lack of big hits, including shutting down Visions of Mana developer Owuka Studio. Tencent is like the biggest gaming company in the world, right? There reportedly have been misaligned goals between Tencent and Japanese game developers. Ooh, misaligned goals. Oh man, what were those goals? Local Japanese developers want to create smaller scale, lower risk projects, while Tencent wants globally successful franchises. So let me get this straight. Tencent comes in. This company, NetEase, Owuka Studios is making Visions of Mana, which I think is a sequel to Legend of Mana, right? And Tencent is like, we want a world-class hit. And they're like, we can't, I don't know if we can do that. Oh, Tencent is number 2 with only $25.5 billion of revenue. Let's go to IGN. What does IGN have to say? What's the latest news? Oh my gosh, I should go play Outlaws, apparently. Oh my gosh, it's everywhere. Look, it's in the background. I'm not gonna buy Outlaws. I don't play PUBG. I don't care about a laptop. I don't play Deadlock. Is there anything eating while gaming? Check out Wendy's Sauce Nugs necklace. Not this. This is what I'm talking about. Is this real? Because I will buy this. Look, ma, no hands. Dude, this is dumb because the Nuggets are facing the wrong way. They need to hire an engineer. This is dumb. Wow, this is the best that gaming news has to offer. Game Informer, here we go. The final level. Oh, this is the number 3 search on the internet, and they say goodbye. After 33 thrilling years of bringing you the latest news, reviews, and insights from the ever-evolving world of gaming, it's with a heavy heart that we announce the closure of Game Informer. From the early days of pixelated adventures to today's immersive virtual realms, we've been honored to share this incredible journey with you, our loyal readers. While our presses may stop, the passion for gaming that we've cultivated together will continue to live on. Thank you for being part of our epic quest, and may your own gaming adventures never end. Gaming entertainment, here we go. And Beyond the Throne, Game of Thrones Hodor gets raw and personal. Oh gosh. Oh, he made a book. He made a book about starring in a show about a bunch of books. Gaming news sucks, dude. Okay, let's go to Kotaku. Actually, let's see where we're at with the download. 21%. I gotta go get my daughter soon. Ooh, here we go. A little bit of drama. Dustborn developers. Look at this. Look at the size of this ad here, dude. This has got to be, what, half of the screen real estate right here? What, like... Jeez, man. The choice-based adventure has been the latest game targeted by culture war nonsense. It's nonsensical. The game is amazing. Wow, dude, I can't even read the title. Look at this. Look at this ad. Holy smokes. Dustborn developers condemn tidal wave of hate and abuse. A tidal wave, oh my gosh. Of hate and abuse directed at the team. Red Thread Games' adventure/rhythm/action game, Dustborn, has been out for a week and a half now, and it spent most of that time at the center of culture war bullspit. Oh my goodness. This is a separate link. This was never about anything other than hate. Movements for ethics in... Gosh, this banner, dude. Movements for ethics in games journalism. or against forced DEI in video games are diaphanous veils draped over bigotry. What does diaphanous mean? Especially of fabric. You're saying it's a fabrication. Movements for ethics in game journalism. Right. I want ethics in game journalism. Right? Or against forced DEI. I am against forced DEI as well. They're veiled over bigotry. So I'm a bigot if I want ethics in game journalism? Is that what you're saying? The game certainly has some problems we laid out in our review. But if you search the game on Google right now and look at the user reviews, you'll see plenty of user reviews complaining not about legitimate gameplay or design gripes, but instead about the woke mind virus. So we'll read these. I played a full run of Dustborn, so you don't have to. Oh my gosh, look at this. 16 hours on record. Okay, Emperor, with only 2 reviews. When I reach for a cozy game, of which I think is stupid, by the way. Cozy game is code for boring. I almost never reach for Sims. My go-to for cozy is narrative, choose your own adventure types, always with a speculative fiction or horror spin. Okay, I can relate to that. Well, I wouldn't say I can relate to it, but I can understand why you would like it. It's like reading a book at that point. I've really enjoyed some trash games in the past. We all have. We've all been there. So I went in with an open mind, hoping that it might surprise me. Optimistic. 16 hours, too. Gameplay. A medley of hits and misses that averages out to okay, but just okay. It's as bad as Revolution 60, but it's not good either. It's not as bad as Revolution 60, but it's not good either. Don't know that game. Dustborn's gameplay consists of visual novel-like cutscenes and simple hack-and-slash combat combined with exploring, minigames, and quick-time events. That's what QTE means, right? Quick-time events? QTE events? Is that like saying ATM machine? There is a lot to do, and the variety of minigames available for the player to help move along the story is somewhat refreshing for the genre. However, there's so much going on that none of these aspects really shine, with the exception of the final boss. They never scale in difficulty as you progress, making them quickly become tedious and stale. I don't expect, nor do I want, my narrative games to play like Dark Souls, but the gameplay should have enough difficulty that I feel accomplished when I succeed in a pivotal task. While we're on the subject of too easy, the hack-and-slash combat is painfully simple. I only ever needed to use the Vox when the game was railroading me into it. Don't understand the reference. Otherwise, it's literally just mash X to win. And somewhat janky thanks to a camera that occasionally has a mind of its own, which you would not want in a visual novel, right? Like, I don't play a lot of visual novels, but I feel like the camera angles are pretty important for that kind of stuff. This is a shame, as there's a good framework, and it's clear the creators wanted the player to engage with the combat. There's a whole upgrade system complete with branching skill trees. Of course there is. You just said there's a whole bunch of gizmos in the game. It's so easy, even on more combat mode, that it's just not rewarding. I was literally able to beat one of the bosses by standing still in the corner and throwing my bat at her over and over again until she died. I deliberately did not upgrade my bat past the first tier to each tree, as I found the game was too easy. Guitar Hero Clone, I like Guitar Hero, is glitchy and fails at actually being fun because I cannot overstate how egregiously bad the music for it is. Awesome. And a bunch of other buzzwords used to complain when people of color, queer folks, and overtly leftist politics are expressed in media. After 10 days of this infecting the game's community and the online conversation around it, Red Thread Games has released a statement condemning hate speech and harassment. This whole paragraph, nothing about being woke, nothing about racism, it was just honest critique there. So, I don't think this is accurate. What's the statement, though? The statement was posted... What's this? Oh, it's an advertisement, okay. The statement was posted to the company's social media accounts, expressing that the game story was deeply meaningful to the team, and while it was prepared for the game to be divisive, it is pushing back against targeted harassment directed at the creators since Dustborn's launch. We expected Dustborn to spark conversation and debate, and looked forward to engaging with our players in a positive and constructive fashion. Unfortunately, that conversation has been drowned out by a tidal wave of hate and abuse. We welcome thoughtful feedback and respectful criticism. Great! I just read an actual comment that said some pretty good things that you guys could take back. We embrace discussion and debate, but we have zero tolerance for hate speech, harassment, and threats of any kind. Those who engage in such behavior will be removed from our community. Okay, whatever. Dustborn publisher Quantic Dream put out its own statement in support of Red Thread Games, saying it stands with the developer against, quote, hate in all its forms, end quote, including hatred for this stupid game. While the studio closed comments on the post, some of the quote tweets are spouting the kind of vitriol you'd expect. Where did I hear vitriol again the other day? Oh, it was when the actress from the Star Wars show, was saying why it was canceled. She was saying that there was vitriol. What even is vitriol? Actually, what is actual vitriol? Cruel and bitter criticism. Or sulfuric acid. So it's criticism. Vitriol literally is just criticism. Okay. Criticism that you do not like. Got it. This guy received the product for free and he didn't like it. At the end of the day, the game becomes more fun to play by attempting to do the worst thing you can because the characters are always going to be upset or hurt, so might as well go big or go home. Oh, that's interesting. My favorite thing so far has been the unnecessary trauma dumping and selfish reactions during situations where common sense and life preservation instincts would normally kick in. As for actual gameplay, it's like a slower Telltale game mixed with a bad Guitar Hero knockoff minigame, peppered with a couple of instances of combat that attempts to utilize a sort of Skyrim dragon shout that triggers people, LOL. But it's useless. Literally, you can just win by pressing X over and over. Second time we've heard someone say that. It should be noted in this review that my friend gave this game to me as a torture gift, and I gotta say, it's akin to digital waterboarding. Bravo, simple. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. These reviews are awesome. I cannot begin to explain how much this game sucks. I got this heart for free, and it still pisses me off. Well, this one's recommended. The game is aesthetically repulsive and an insult to the entire Project of World Civilization. Playing it for only 3 hours, I developed a terrible headache within the first. However, the US government provided the developers with a grant of $250,000 to combat misinformation, and I support the free West. Did they really get money for that? That's cool. To get money from the government to make a game. That'd be awesome, dude. All right. While the studio closed comments on the post, some of the quote tweets are spouting the kind of vitriol you'd expect, such as saying the team deserved the harassment for the game they put out. Hold up. Before going on, you're talking about things on Twitter. I don't have a Twitter. But I've heard bad things. Just the people that use it are just trash. So I think you're just going to get trash if you're looking on Twitter. Or pointing out the game's low Steam concurrence. That's just data. Yeah. Let's go back. Let's read this again. While the studio closed comments on the post, of which their own post, I'm assuming their statement supporting Red Thread Games, some of the quote tweets are spouting the kind of vitriol you'd expect, such as saying the team deserved the harassment for the game they put out. Okay, first of all, vitriol is criticism. Saying you deserve to be harassed is not criticism. That's a call for violence, right? And then also they tack on, and then the game's low Steam concurrence. Yeah, that's a part of the vitriol. Or the game just sucks. But others have been supportive, saying that these types of statements shouldn't even have to exist. They don't have to exist. You just made it exist. When I played through Dustborn, this is Kenneth Shepard. Who are you, Kenneth Shepard? Kenneth is a staff writer at Kotaku, and he still cries about the Mass Effect trilogy years after it concluded. Don't know, never played it. Where am I at? I felt a deep sense of dread because I knew it was inevitable this game would receive this type of ire. Is it because you knew this game would suck? It features a mostly POC, that's person of color, cast, includes queer people, and it's subtle about its politics. Then these people find a new reason to harass developers who made a game they weren't the target audience for. The goalpost moves once again. So that's just about it for news. I'm going to go pick up my daughter, and then hopefully the game is downloaded by then.